All right, as you may know, everybody been on this Kendrick Lamar and Drake beef. Everybody heard the songs, everybody heard the back and forth going on, but do we really know the history? I really don't know the history. I'm just now getting into it. But today, we're gonna look at Kendrick exposes how Drake assassinated XXX Tentacion. Listen, I'm gonna say allegedly right now because we don't know for sure. But my thing is, where I'm coming from, we all know some crazy stuff go on in Hollywood, in the entertainment industry. People who put hits on people, sex trafficking, whatever, you name it. But anyway, we're gonna get into this video. Hey, like, share, subscribe.
In Broward County, the rapper was allegedly targeted while shopping for a motorcycle.
Before X died, he said, if anybody kills me, it's Drake. And do you think that for one moment, here today, days after the event, he's killed by two masked men, right? He came on social media and said, guys, before he dies, if anybody kills me, it's Drake. Do you think in that time span that they went and they addressed him and talked to him? No. Do you think sitting here today, years later, any detective has ever asked, Drake or anybody like that? No, they never did that. So you ask yourself, how could that be?
Did one of the biggest rappers in the world, Drake, kill one of the most promising upcoming rappers ever, XXX Tentacion? Fans have been talking about this conspiracy theory for years, but especially right now. Jury selection is happening right now for the murder case of XXX. Defense attorneys for some of the suspects are requesting that Drake sends in a deposition and even testifies to tell us what he knows and if he had something to do with it.
Kendrick and Drake have been dissing each other back and forth, but now Kendrick hit Drake where it hurts the most. There's always been talk of his involvement in XXX Tentacion's death, and Drake even found himself in some legal drama when lawyers in court hinted that he might have had a hand in his passing. But did Drake really have a role in all of that, or is it just noise? And does Kendrick really know more about what really happened? So here's the scoop. Some people over on Reddit are cooking up theories that Kendrick Lamar's track Not Like Us might be hinting at some deep stuff involving Drake and the tragic passing of XXX Tentacion back in 2018. One said, does Kendrick know Drake put a hit on X? This is a reach, but I wonder if Kendrick knows Drake put out a hit on XXX Tentacion. X was at a motorcycle shop on 6/18/18 when he was murdered. There's a motorcycle glove on the music cover.
I think most of this stuff is a reach. I think a lot of the stuff they're gonna say is gonna be a reach. Like I say, we don't know for sure. But I mean, like I say, it's all type of weird stuff going on. I won't be surprised.
Is there something going on there? Kendrick wouldn't just put a random picture of a glove as the music art for no reason. Now, let's rewind a bit. XXX Tentacion got shot down in Florida and the whole world was shook. Even though 3 dudes got charged with his murder, rumors about Drake's role have been swirling since. Here's where it gets juicy. Before XXX's untimely exit, there was this wild post on his Insta pointing fingers at Drake saying something like, if anyone tries to kill me, it was a champagne poppy, Drake. I'm snitching RN. But then XXX claimed his account got hacked and that post disappeared pronto. TMZ even spilled the tea that Drake dodged giving a testimony at HIA trial, all thanks to his ongoing feud with XXXX. Now, let's talk Kendrick's bars. In Not Like Us, he drops these lines. How many stocks do I really have in stock? I 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 plus 5, I... Sounds like simple math, right? But hold up, Reddit sleuths like Devimo got a theory. The 5 plus 5 could be shouting out X's name, since the Roman numeral for 10 is X. They're saying the line, how many stocks do I really have in stock? A 1, 2, 3, 4 plus 5. A from Kendrick's joint could low-key mean, how much more should I say? Translation, he's wondering how deep he should go. But hold up, Drake's been playing with numbers too. Remember his track On BS from Her Loss? He spit something like, maybe I should break that 10, do a 5, then if it gets live, do a 5 again. If he held his tongue on that live, he'd be alive again, damn. Sounds like he's juggling with the same digits. And yo, check out I'm Upset from Scorpion. Drake ain't shy about throwing shade or keeping it real. He's got lines like SMS XXX. That's the only time I ever shoot below the neck. Skrr, why you...
We can't really say that he ain't shy about throwing lines, because according to sources, he got ghostwriters. I mean, you sit back and chill, you know what I'm saying? doing your thing, partying. You got people hard working, researching and looking up things and putting it in your words, putting it in your verse and let you get in the studio and rap it. You ain't throwing shade, bro. Shout out to the ghostwriters. Shout out to the people that don't get credit unless they credits are on the credits on the album. We need to start acknowledging these ghostwriters. Acknowledging these ghostwriters. You know what I'm saying? Stop getting that man all that credit. How I feel about it. Stop getting that man all that credit, man. He's just the voice. The real talent is behind the scene.
You keep on shooting if you know that dead. Skrr. That's the only kind of shit that gets you some respect. People been connecting those bars to XXX Tentacion's tragedy. But why would Drake be involved? Before his untimely departure, X was making waves in the hip-hop scene. He wasn't just about dropping chart toppers like Look at Me, though. He was also notorious for his legal troubles and beefs that kept the spotlight on him. Now, in the rap game, a well-timed beef can skyrocket your career real quick. And who better to stir the pot with than the king of clout himself, Drake. This beef started simmering back in February 2017 when Drake was globetrotting on tour, soaking in cultures like a sponge. It's like he's out here sucking the clout out of SoundCloud rappers, then tossing them aside like yesterday's news. So picture this, Drake's in Amsterdam, giving people a taste of his new track KMT with UK's own Gigs. But hold up, when the snippet hits the airwaves, people start noticing something fishy. Drake's flow at the start sounds eerily similar to X's vibe on Look at Me. Coincidence? Maybe. But some people ain't buying it thinking Drake's out here culture vulturing Gigs and X in one go. Drake tries to clear the air in an interview with DJ Semtex, playing it cool like, nah man, I ain't biting X's style.
And I'm seeing all this on my IG under like some random picture of people being like, you took this kid's flow or whatever, right? So I'm just like, yo, what's happening to me right now, you know? So I'm sitting there, I'm trying to read, like figure out who they're talking.
Is it me or do he sound like he playing innocent right now, playing victim right now? You know, you ever dealt with people, they do stuff and then they turn around and be like, what is going on right now? Why are you accusing me of this stuff? Because bro, people put two and two together. It's simple. One thing about these diehard fans, when they come to different artists, they're gonna notice when you switch up your flow. They're gonna notice when you either trying to adjust to a song or you're trying to sound like someone else, and they're gonna call you out on it. They've been doing this. They've been doing this stuff. They've been calling people out on this stuff. So, I mean, that's why a lot of these people don't like Drake a little bit. I ain't gonna say a little bit, I'm gonna say a lot of it. This is my issue though. If you're doing it, just be a man. Be a man, say, yeah, I did it. I thought it'd sound better for this particular track. Say anything other than, why are you bothering me? Why are you bothering me?
Talking about, I find out who they're talking about. I
Is
go.
this the XXXTentacion guy?
I don't even think that's how you say his name. But yeah, that's
I tried to.
They call him
XXXTentacion.
yeah. So anyway, I go and I find what song they're talking about, you know, and I listen to it. I'm like, okay, I see where people could draw like this comparison off of like the first two lines, whether it be the cadence or the rhyme pattern, whatever, you know, and. I'm just like, yo, it's crazy that people think that after all this time, after all I've been through, that I'm the type of person to go some song that's on SoundCloud. It doesn't have like 2 plays, it has plays, you know, he has his cult following, and go and think that I'm gonna like take that and make it my own. Like, I'm not stupid, I'm not like a
But X ain't having it. In a series of now deleted tweets, XXX Tentacion didn't hold back, accusing Drake of biting other artists' styles, including DRAM's. He openly questioned how the music industry could allow Drake to maintain his top spot for so long despite these alleged actions. Drake's career is almost over. He better start investing money into real estate cause once it's all over. He really gonna see the fake love. I'm not the first he bit, nor will I be the last. Drake, a money don't buy you respect. Then he tweeted, now this trying to play it safe and play it innocent, but it's cool. We all know Hotline Bling was a bite of cha-cha. I'm not gonna say no names, but it's funny how one of my niggas me up saying Drake watched our interview and with you. So he practically declared Drake's career dead in the water. Spoiler alert, that didn't age well. And now the tweets may be gone, but the screenshots will live as proof forever.
You know,
First off, X ain't the only
nothing.
one who's rode that flow train. Back in
There's one reason
2015,
how.
Lil Uzi Vert was
Whatever
already
you
rocking a
post.
similar vibe on Super Saiyan Trunks. That
No
track dropped
screenshot.
way before X's Look at Me hit the scene. And even before Uzi, other rappers were dipping into similar flows. But X ain't letting up on Drizzy. He's dialing up DJ Academics from behind bars, straight up calling Drake out that he knew him way before he stole that song. So why was he pretending that was the first he heard of him?
Whether he spoke to him or Drake spoke to him, point being is that Drake knew who I was at that point in time. Long before that. Long before the videos, long before he was exposed for what he did, he knew. And he went on the video, he went on the fucking video and lied. That's point blank period.
And there's even receipts from X's ex-manager, Adam22, spilling the tea that Drake's team was eyeing X for a collab before all this drama. Then there's the whole courtroom drama. In his first interview after getting out of jail, X got real about why he's got issues with Drake. He is not a man. I think he's a bitch. That's a bitch move, especially when I was in jail facing life. You know what I'm saying? If Drake would have came to my bond hearing, you know what I'm saying? That would have made my day. If he had showed that he's a hospitable person and that he's really in this shit for the culture, rather than being taking my shit, running off with it and then putting it on his album, then he would have gotten my kudos, gotten my respect. I would have let him hop on the remix and...
Hey, that's what they've been saying. They've been saying Drake is a culture vulture, man. But I feel like a lot of people do anything, everything. They got their own tactics and how they will make money. If it's culture vulturing, is it pandering to women, or is it pandering to men, or, you know, people doing whatever to get out of that corporate world and actually make content and be free. And but I get what he's saying. If he would have, after he got the song allegedly or stole his flow and showed that he was supportive of him in his illegal issues, then he would have seen that he was hospitable, he would have forgave it, which he wasn't really obligated to go see you in court or none of that crap, you know, but I get what he's saying. You feel me? I mean, I get what he's saying. I stole from you, and I'm walking around pretending like I don't know nothing or I didn't do it, and I see you in some type of trouble and I can help you out, and I'm able to talk to you one-on-one, you know, reconcile what we got going on. Hey man, I ain't mean to steal your flow, man. I felt like it was good for this track. You know, I felt like it was okay for this track at the time. I didn't really steal it, bro. But I tell you what, let's do a feature together for free. Let's get these fans back in order. Get everybody from beefing and bickering and speculating about what I did and why I did what I did. It ways around you can go around, you know, and make amends. Even the Bible says, agree with your adversary while you in the way with them. While you in the way with these people, while you still alive and you got contact with these people, you still can come in a point where you can come to an agreement and be friends, pretty much, you know? Anyway.
and take 100% royalty rate. I would have done it. X is out here suggesting Drake should have shown up to his hearing. Like, what? It's like X is expecting Drake to drop a verse in his defense.
Shout out to Arizona Green Tea with J saying, listen, I love this stuff. If I ever get my followers up, if I ever get my subscribers up, one thing I want y'all to do, the people who make this, hey, give me that sponsorship.
But let's keep it real, Drake ain't signing up for that. He's got nothing to gain from writing for someone accused of some heavy stuff. And X isn't stopping there. He's taking shots at Drake's mom, pulling up on Instagram Live with some wild antics.
Hi, you guys. Hey, tell Drake mom I want some... Hey, tell Drake mom I want some tapioca pudding.
Too far, bro.
Tell Drake mom I like my pudding tapioca.
Going too far, boy.
And I like my kneecaps like sandbags. Yo.
It's like he's taking a page out of 6ix9ine's playbook, but hey, you can't deny it's entertaining. But here's the kicker, Drake didn't take the bait. He stayed quiet while X kept throwing punches, until, that is, Chicago's own 600 Breezy jumps in the ring speaking up for Drake. Tell Shorty be cool, man, do his music thing and turn up. He got a good fan base, like especially from where he from, they riding for that man. He ain't bout, we come from Chicago, we started from rap beef. Breezy goes even further, straight up saying he's ready to hop on a flight to Florida and sort things out with X. X doesn't hold back in response, tweeting, "These talk too much, shut up." He even drops a video suggesting he's got the situation under control in his own hood. After 600 Breezy's little adventure in X's hood, things seem to cool down. He's out here kicking it with Drake at Coachella like they're best buds. But just when you think it's all good, 600 Breezy decides to take a stroll through X's turf in Florida. X ain't having it, warning him to tread lightly. Now, 600 Breezy spilled some tea in a recent sit-down with Vlad TV, breaking down how he got dragged into the whole XXX Tentacion murder trial saga. Apparently, it all goes back to his Florida trip, which he made after X dissed Drake's mom. But hold up, Breezy made it crystal clear that he didn't get Drake's stamp of approval before jetting off. But hey, let's not downplay the drama between them. Breezy admitted that the tension was real, so it's no surprise that the defense would try to throw his name into the mix. But wait, there's more drama. After X gets knocked out on stage by Rob Stone, Drake throws some shade his way, liking disrespectful comments on Instagram. Now, that's cold, even for Drizzy. I mean, sure, X has got his baggage, but nobody deserves to get publicly humiliated like that. Fast forward to the summer, things calm down. X is dropping his album 17 to massive success, while Drake's living it up with more life. And to top it off, Drake signs 600 Breezy to OVO, solidifying their bromance. So while the beef might be simmering on the back burner, you can bet there's more drama brewing behind the scenes. As we roll into 2018, another storm is brewing. At first, things seem to be on the up and up, with X hoping on the phone with DJ Academics to clear the air about the whole Drake drama. He even apologizes for going after Drake's mom.
Video, I apologize to Drake for coming for his mom. I saw you as a business opportunity as you saw the business opportunity as you saw him as a business opportunity. As you the cadence from that song. I'm not gonna argue. It is what it is, Nick. The cadence is exact insane.
Though he's quick to double down on his claim that Drake was biting his flow for Look at Me. Meanwhile, a snippet of a track with Drake and Trippie Redd starts making waves online, later revealed to be the chart topper God's Plan. But in the middle of all this, X is making moves of his own, announcing his Helping Hand initiative to support foster kids. He's talking about donations, challenges, and spreading positivity. It's a side of X that not many people had seen before, and it's got people talking.
Okay guys, so I'm gonna be starting a challenge. It's called the Helping Hand Challenge. And in this challenge, the way to participate in this challenge is basically whoever makes the most donations gets to meet me, spend a day with me, gets to go out to dinner with me, kick it with me, play video games, and get like a shout out and just something simple and maybe even $1,000 reward.
Now, when news of X's charitable efforts hit the scene, reactions were mixed. Some see it as a genuine effort to make a positive impact, while others aren't buying it, seeing it as a PR stunt to sway the judge in his pending trial for DV charges. And let's keep it real, X's track record ain't squeaky clean, with allegations of home invasions, assaults, and some seriously disturbing stuff involving barbecue utensils. In the end, X's efforts to turn over a new leaf are commendable, but they can't erase the shadows of his past. So X's Helping Hand Challenge was a noble gesture, but let's be real, it doesn't wipe the slate clean, especially considering his troubled past. But just when things seem to be looking up, Drake swoops in with his God's Plan video, dropping stacks on people in all over Miami, including X's home state of Florida. Drake's Instagram post shortly after seemed to throw a little shade at X's challenge, and people like DJ Academics and X himself weren't shy about calling it out.
That's right. However, after Drake put up a caption today, and you guys can go watch the God's Plan video, you'll see the caption where he's kind of shitting on challenges, but saying he still want to encourage good deeds. He says this, "I'm not into challenges on IG. I find them annoying. But today I'm going to challenge everyone to go out and do for someone anything."
How you gonna be a troll on IG and don't like challenges when everything about you, bro, is for clout and posting for clout and attention?
The smallest thing just to bring another human being some joy, and please tag me in it somehow so I can see all the love being spread. You don't have to play the song in the background or have some hashtag. This isn't about strings and all other tactics being used. Just go be kind in any way you can, and let's all watch the world be nice to each other, even if it's for 24 hours. Thank you. Now, here's the thing, because there's a couple words in there, a couple phrases that I was like, kind of seems like he's taking at helping him.
But when Drake reached out to academics to clear the air, saying he wasn't trying to diss X, it left folks feeling some type of way. X even came forward, showing some appreciation for Drake's good deeds, but you could tell there was still some tension lingering.
I wonder why they slowed his voice down. Hold on. No, ain't that wrong with my computer? Yeah, that's on them. They slowed it down. I don't know why.
And sadly, that tension would never be resolved. Months later, tragedy struck, with X losing his life in a shooting. And that's when the conspiracy theories started flying. Some people were quick to point fingers at Drake, suggesting he had a hand in X's death. From lyrics to Instagram posts, everything was under the microscope, fueling wild speculations about what really went down. First off, let's talk about the tragic incident that sparked all this mess. XXX Tentacion was gunned down in broad daylight outside a Florida motorcycle shop. It was like something straight out of a movie, except way more real and way more devastating. XXX's lawyers are now trying to drag Drake into the murder trial, saying there might be a connection between their beef and XXX's death. See, while Drake denies any wrongdoing, XXX's lawyers are arguing that the cops didn't look into their beef enough after XXX was killed. But here's where things get interesting. Fans started connecting the dots, thinking Drake might have dropped some hints about XXX's fate in his music. In his track, I'm Upset, he throws out some cryptic lines that got people talking. And on another song called On BS, he gets all mathematical, leaving fans wondering if he's sneakily referencing XXX Tentacion. And months before XXX's untimely passing, he was already speaking about the possibility of violence against something his lawyer.
I just realized. She said XXX Tentacion. For the longest, even while he was alive, I was saying XXX Tentacion.
Lawyers later referenced in court. XXX shared his desire for his message to live on, even if the worst were to happen to him. And sadly, not long after these words were spoken, tragedy struck. XXX went about his day, innocently withdrawing money before visiting a motorsports store. But what he didn't know was that he was being followed. Security footage captured the chilling moments as 4 suspects trailed him into the store, their intentions veiled behind masks purchased just minutes earlier. After XXX left the store, he was ambushed. The suspects blocked his car, robbed him, and in a moment of senseless violence, ended his life. So where does Drake fit into all this? Lawyers suggest he might have had a hand in orchestrating the hit, but Drake has remained tight-lipped about these allegations. The investigation into XXX Tentacion's tragic passing shed light on a chilling reality. The attack wasn't random. It was targeted, intentional, and according to his sister, Ariana Omfroy, someone put a hit out on her brother. And eyes quickly turned to none other than Drake and his crew, including 600 Breezy, Tekashi 69, and members of Migos. Initially, fingers pointed at others, like Soldier Kid and Soldier JoJo, who were allegedly at the scene of the incident. But as the investigation deepened, the spotlight shifted to Drake. Now, the defense lawyers for the accused in XX...
I never heard of Soldier Kid and Soldier JoJo. I thought she was going to say Soldier Boy. You remember? Drake! Drake! Say, what he doing beefing with Tentacion? But, I mean, this is tragic, man. I mean, to be honest, I mean, I'm a fan of hip-hop. And many of you are. I just feel like a lot of this stuff is senseless. Almost childish, if you could be real. It really is childish for somebody to lose their life over things such as this, you know? I mean, at the end of the day, I don't care how rich you are. At the end of the day, I don't care how much money you got or how much success that you have. At the end of the day, you got to have some type of sense of morality or somebody in your corner that would talk to you and say, hey, bro, don't say that. You know, don't do this or don't do that. You know, and everybody their own man, their own woman, but you gotta have that person. Not saying nobody they don't have that person in their life, but what I'm saying is, man, this is senseless. This young man died for no reason if you look at it. And you gonna have fans talking about this forever. Some people gonna say he went out like a gangster. Some people gonna say it was Drake. Some people gonna say it's somebody else. Some people just glorify violence, and some people really feel like it's sad. But at the end of the day, we all need God, bro. When I look at this, it just made me think about the more we need God, bro, for real. Something inside of us to let us know, hey, we need to move different. You know, we need to operate different. We need to do things different, though, you know? We can't be saved.
Tentacion's case are pointing fingers at Drake. They argue that the Broward County Sheriff's Office may have rushed to pin the blame on their clients without thoroughly investigating other suspects, including a certain celebrity. And on social media, many were quick to speculate about Drake's involvement. There are tons of threads of proof and fans connecting the dots on what happened. One wrote, Drake for sure did it. He said it multiple times. He said, son, about triple X the only time I shoot below the neck. And on Knife Talk with 21 Savage, he said, I got him while I flew to Turks, and a little over 2 weeks after X's, Seth Drake was spotted in Turks. And another, X posted on his story, if anybody kills me, it was Drake. Or the part in the song Mob Ties where Drake says, Louis bags in exchange for body bags. X's Louis bag was stolen. In the same song, he talks about he can hire people to kill other because of his mob ties. Same song, he says, sick of these niggas, hire some help. Also missed the part where one of the shooters admits to being hired. You also missed the part of how X and Drake had major beef and XXX photoshopped a pic with Drake's mom and said he'd fuck her. There's much more evidence. So, what's the verdict? Did Drake borrow more than just beats from XXX Tentacion, or is it all just a big coincidence? It's a mystery that's got rap fans scratching their heads and digging into the lyrics for clues. Let us know what you think, and don't forget to watch this next video too.
I mean, at the end of the day, like I said, man, we all need God. We need somebody in our life. On a personal standpoint, a human being standpoint. There's some kind of way mediate between these rap beefs and these things that are going on. If not, I feel like we're going to always have these type of things happening. You know, I mean, on this channel here, man, I try to be positive, you know, fair, and even though with all that, it don't take away as a fan standpoint or, you know, the entertainment standpoint where I actually can enjoy what I'm seeing and what I'm listening to. But when it comes to someone dying, and it's not gonna be, this ain't the only time a rapper died because of a situation like this. There's gonna be plenty more. At what point did we just gonna say, hey, we need to stop? We need to stop this you know, and it ain't just with the fans. It's the people like Drake. You got to take accountability if that happened or he had something to do with it. If he's alleged or alluding to it allegedly though. But if he alluding to it in songs, in certain aspects of his lyrics, if you stealing people's songs, if you taking people credit, I mean, people ain't gonna sit back because you're famous and you got more money than them and not say a word. They a man first. They gonna say something. But unfortunately, that young man died. You know, I pray for his family. I pray for Drake. I pray for everybody who have not came to that peace in their life as far as meeting the Lord themselves and wanting to change. I pray that, you know, anybody that watched this, that, you know, take away from the debate, the fans, and take away from the debate as far as who your favorite artists, I meant to say. Look at them as human beings. Because at the end of the day, they ain't doing nothing for us for real, but giving us entertainment or something we could bop our head to. But you got to pursue your own purpose yourself, and I do too. Anyway, hey, thank y'all for watching this video. Whoever come across the video, I pray that everything going well with you. And I just, hey, like, share, subscribe, share this video. Share this video.